MC Radio Rental. We are improvising freestyle rap, and we are using random poems to inspire the lines. We're going to scroll to a random poem in this book, and we're going to read a few lines and see what we can do with it. Alright. This is a poem by Philip Larkin called This Be the Verse. They fuck you up, your mum and dad. They may not mean to, but they do. They fill you with the faults they had, and add some extra, just for you. But they were fucked up in their turn, by fools in old-style hats and coats, who half the time were soppy stern and half at one another's throats. Man hands on misery to man, it deepens like a coastal shelf. Get out as early as you can, and don't have any kids yourself. Alright, let's attempt to freestyle something about this. Damn. You get born and you say, what the fuck was that? Handed down by my mum and dad. You know that parenting is kinda mad. All the craziness they kinda had. You know that the pepper and the salt is spicing it with all your bloody faults. You know that I am getting really old, but it only making me a little bold. Cause you know that with the hot or cold, I know that stormy weather's making us fold. It's like origami blowing army. Cause you know that my faults are kinda charming. Yeah, I know that it's all generational, and you know that I will sit and explain it all the ways that we erratically behave. I'm grabbing at the grave cause I'm having a good day, but it's gonna change cause I inherited everything that I have really said, and it's sending us to sediment and edit. Then it would get really bad. I said it would. Look, you know that we're getting complicated. That's how we do it every day, cause the way that our parents may behave is gonna get engraved upon our brain. It's no shame, it's the way that it is. It's lame, but you know that we just can't escape, cause the past is like a chronic cage from which we can't possibly blame or blaze. You know that that's just how it is. You know that if the shoe fits, every shoe is a hand-me-down. And you know that we are reaching for an older crown, cause that's what my dad's hat was like, and that's why it fits me right. And maybe if I had a child, that child would maybe write the same shit. We're repeating it through the ages, and you know it's kinda deranged in the brain. But I guess we're all on a vine, a plant that reaches backwards in time. You know that leaves that they grab the light, pulls down to roots to excite, to make it grow, to make it show all of the colors of the ways of old. Cause you know that my mother might just duck and cover. You know that I just can't recover. But I know that my kid, cause I love her, she's really gonna feel the same ways and shudder. You know that we have the same anxieties when we're facing the same kinds of rising heat. And you know that I really am rhyming heat, but it doesn't matter cause we are inspiring. The repetition, all of addition and division. When we subtract, we should listen, but maybe we should add and we will glisten. We getting together and closing those gaps. Maybe that's the way that we can show the cracks. Maybe we can finally heal all the gaps. And you know that we make up for each other's lacks, because together we will compensate for our failures. And you know that as the taillight might regale. And you know that we only get greater when we get better clothes that we tailor. And yes, all our clothes, they are hand-me-downs, but you know that we've got a certain down that we are gonna rise up from, cause you know that we really should, you know? Alright, that's our improvised verse about your parents fucking you up. Light fare indeed, Ray J. Alright, let's go to a different beat and to a different poem. We're gonna randomly scroll through the Norton Anthology of Poetry. Alright, here's a poem by Amy Clampitt called The Cormorant in Its Element. That bony pot-bellied arrow, wing-pumping along implacably, with a ramrod's rigid adherence, airborne to the horizontal discloses talents one would never have guessed at, plummeting waterward, big black feet splayed for a landing gear. Slim head turning and turning, vermilion strapped this way and that, with a lightning glance over the shoulder. The cormorant, astoundingly, in one sleek, involuted arabesque, a vertical turn on a dime, goes into that inimitable vanishing and emerging from under the briny deep act, which, unlike the works of Homo Houdini, is performed for reasons having nothing at all to do with ego, guilt, ambition, or even money. That's a beautiful poem. The glory of nature, the glory of a soaring bird. Sorcery, pouring me, forming me. Yeah. We see the bird and it is glorious. The bird is surging with a storied whip. You know that it's coming with the tip with which it inflicts it upon the glistening waters. It will explore it, and you know that the water's sordid. It's forming, it's pouring right up from the surface, but you know it's fast. You ain't heard it, because the bird is certainly faster than sea. That's light speed at which we will speed. You know that I can't even read. Doesn't matter, because I don't need it. I got speed and I might besiege it. I got the reason, I got the rhyming, and I'm firing. The demons are gonna be retreating because I'm so fleet. You know I got the wing speed like the geese, cause you know that we are quacking like we're cracking, and you know that I got the speed you're lacking, and you know that we're macking. We might just be snacking, but you know that I have got all the points that I'm racking. Yeah, you know that the big back fleet feet with which I've got the speed, cause I don't even reach because I got a nice beak. So I get the proteins that I need, cause I'm eating all the fishes like I am so delicious. You know that I am vicious cause I've got the riches. You know that I'm just doing this just for the fun. Don't even need to eat, so I run. I'm just enjoying it cause I am buoyant, and I'm I'm enjoying. That doesn't really rhyme, but it doesn't make sense, because in a little moment I am gonna get benched. But it doesn't matter cause I am exploring it, cause I'm excited, a cormorant, and I'm forming it like we are storming it. You like a lion when I'm roaring it. Yeah, you know that we just got to flap. You know that we're flying high, and I smack right into every possible barrier, and then I get through it cause I can't even carry it. And you know that I'm flapping and I'm gonna have fun. Got the feathers for the weather I run. I go so fast you can't even catch, and you know that I escape every latch, cause you know that my feet are black and I'm racking it. You know the ocean, I'm smacking it, and then I might just rise back up to the plummet. I summit, I run, and it's just so much fun. I'm doing it for the joy, everything we're doing, and I will employ all of my skills, phases set to kill. And you know that I'm big and then I might be lil, but you know I got a bill, by which I mean I got a beak, and I'm gonna find the fish cause I seek. Not doing it for the money or the glory, I'm just doing it for fun. And you know that is the story that we're telling, like I am shelling, like I'm getting all the shellfish that I'm killing. Getting better when I'm flying just for fun, and you know that I am flying cause I really cannot run. But this is what I was really made for. You know that I will explain all the reasons that I'm doing it. It's just for the joy, and you know that's the reasoning that we will employ. You know that I'm flapping, I got aerodynamics, and I'm causing all the havoc, and I'm kind of erratic, but it doesn't matter cause I don't care what you think. You know it's like I'm skating upon a rink, and I'm wearing all the mink cause I got the nice gloves. I'm flying, it's just for the love, and you know I gotta run, so I'm going to horizons. And you know that I'm flapping and I'm spying and I'm rhyming, and you know that we're rising up upon the thermals, and you know that I am kind of hurtling to a real nice place. Every cage I will escape. Yeah. Alright, that was our cormorant rap. Let's look at another random poem. This is Ode by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Okay, and let's get a different beat. That was a very fast one we were working with there. Alright. Though loath to grieve the evil time's sole patriot, I cannot leave my honeyed thought for the priest's cant or the statesman's rant. If I refuse my study for their politic, which at the best is trick, the angry muse puts confusion in my brain. But who is he that prates of the culture of mankind, of better arts and life? Go, blind worm, go, Behold the famous states harrying Mexico with rifle and with knife. Or who, with accent bolder, dare praise the freedom-loving mountaineer? I found by thee, O rushing Contoocook, and in thy valleys, a Giachuk, the jackals of the Negro holder. The god who made New Hampshire taunted the lofty land with little men, small bat and wren, house in the oak. If earth fire cleave the upheaved land and bury the folk, the southern crocodile would grieve. Virtue palters, right is hence, freedom praised but hid, funeral eloquence rattles the coffin lid. Alright, I think that's enough. Bit political, bit historical. Not entirely sure what to make of this, but I think we can extract something from it. Yeah. I deal a greater hand than the priest's cant or the statesman's rant. The words are bland, leaving us on worthy land. You know that pick it up and dropping it with your horrible politic. You know that you really hold a tick. We got to wait like we're folding it, yeah. Not even amused. The angry muse is going to make us lose, and it is all just a ruse, and it improves my mood with all the energy we infuse, yeah. And New Hampshire, I know it's really damp here, 'cause every day when it rains, causing waters on plains, yeah. You know it is a lofty land, so I say goddamn, because it's not going on the plan. Everything is going against that, man. But you know I got the house, it's growing up from the oak. And you know I got the mouse, and it is gonna flow. So you know that I'm getting all homely and warm. Maybe we will live until dawn. You know that I will stop you know that I will stop a while, like I am a southern crocodile. 'Cause you know that I got a smile, sitting back in this comfy home. I don't know where I maybe flow, but it doesn't matter, 'cause that is just the row, the order we grow. Look, with the eloquence, like an elephant, kind of absurd, we march in a herd, like we fly like that bird. Every word that we heard, it replies from the earth. We hear the dead speaking from coffins. Buried them, we dropped them, yeah. Alright, that was okay. I don't think I understood the context of this poem enough, but that's alright. Let's look at another random poem. This is truly like a high-speed poetry roulette. My god. My god. Alright. This is crazy. This is by Afra Bain. To the fair Clorinda, who made love to me, imagined more than woman. Fair lovely maid, or if that title be too weak, too feminine for nobler thee, permit a name that more approaches truth, and let me call thee lovely, charming youth. This last will justify my soft complaint, while that may serve to lessen my constraint, and without blushes I, the youth, pursue, when so much beauteous woman is in view. Against thy charms we struggle, but in vain. With thy deluding form thou givest us pain, while the bright nymph betrays us to the swain. In pity to our sex, sure thou wert sent, that we might love and yet be innocent. For sure no crime with thee we can commit, or if we should, thy form excuses it. For who that gathers fairest flowers believes, a snake lies hid beneath the fragrant leaves. Thou beauteous wonder of a different kind, soft Chloris with the dear Alexis joined. Whene'er the manly part of thee would plead, thou tempts us with the image of the maid, while we the noblest passions do extend, the love to Hermes, Aphrodite, the friend. Okay, so it's about desire. It feels like this person is struggling with desire for a woman. Seems to be unable to control themselves in the face of this woman's beauty. Against Against thy charms we struggle but in vain. With thy deluding form thou givest us pain. Yeah. It's the pain of desire, it's the pain of love. And there's also I don't know. Should this person be attracted to this person? The snake beneath the fragrant leaves. Alright.
VD.
Yeah. It's coming up from the heart. Been this way since the start. Love is more war than an art. But you know that we are the way we were made. That's how we behave. From our feelings we can't escape. Maybe it's bad or it's great. Maybe it's sad or a shame. But you know I just cannot start to refuse you. I cannot start to elude you. You're just too beautiful. Everything you are is unusual. So feminine. Rising up from the sediment. You're like a rose by any name. You would implode my whole damn brain. I just need you. Like the book when I read you. Everything that I heed, everything you say, I just might beseech you. You know, from your toes to your head, you are like a rose. By any other name, I'd explain that that you grow. Yeah, okay. That's right, Stephanie. Off-the-cuff romance poem in time for Valentine's Day. There's complicated feelings going on in that poem, for sure. Alright, another random poem. This is Ultima Ratio Regum by Stephen Spender. Alright. The guns spell money's ultimate reason, in letters of lead on the spring hillside, but the boy lying dead under the olive trees was too young and too silly to have been notable to their important eye. He was a better target for a kiss. When he lived, tall factory hooters never summoned him, nor did restaurant plate doors resolve to wave him in. His name never appeared in the papers. The world maintained its traditional wall, round the dead with their gold sunk deep as a well, whilst his life, intangible as a stock exchange rumor, drifted outside. We're doing this too fast. Alright, hang on, alright? Hang on. I actually want to read this one. This one's interesting. The guns spell money's ultimate reason, in letters of lead on the spring hillside. But the boy, lying dead under the olive trees, was too young and too silly to have been notable to their important eye. He was a better target for a kiss. When he lived, tall factory hooters never summoned him, nor did restaurant plate glass doors resolve to wave him in. His name never appeared in the papers. The world maintained its traditional wall round the dead, with their gold sunk deep as a well, whilst his life, intangible as a stock exchange rumor, drifted outside. Oh, too lightly he threw down his cap, one day when the breeze threw petals from the trees. The unflowering wall sprouted with guns. Machine gun anger quickly scythed the grasses. Flags and leaves fell from hands and branches. The tweed cap rotted in the nettles. Consider his life, which was valueless in terms of employment, hotel ledgers, news files. Consider, 1 bullet in 10,000 kills a man. Ask, was such expenditure justified on the death of one so young and so silly, lying under the olive trees? O world, O death. God, what a sad and beautiful poem. So a boy was killed, a boy was shot, and it just feels tragic and pointless. And the poem emphasizes the innocence and the irrelevance of this kid. So it's like, why did this poor, innocent, irrelevant kid need to die? It's a meditation on that tragedy. And I guess it's a meditation on the larger sort of social and institutional forces that reduce people. You know, it's in the context of the stock exchange and the economics of bullets and employment. Like, those are the forces that seem to rule this world. And this boy seems to be a victim of it. Machine gun anger quickly scythed the grasses. My God. What do we do with this? Jesus Christ. All right, let's have a go, shall we? Let's have a red hot go at responding to that. Ultima ratio regum. Okay. Regum. Doesn't need a reason. Is it regum or regum? Or regum? I'm guessing that's Latin. Ultima ratio regum. Regum. I mean, it's regnum, isn't it? So it's probably regum. Doesn't matter where we send them. It's an ultima ratio regum. You know that they're killing them like a felon. And nobody even is gonna tell him the reason, even the rhyme. Any season, killing for crimes. That is why he has died, but he's innocent, so I can't see why. You know that I can see that, all of the seeds growing through the tweed cap. You know that he will feed that, feeding the earth and he bleeds. It's without rhyme or a reason. You know that we died like a heathen. You know that I see that it is grabbing me, shambling, didn't have a factory. It's like we're living up in this change state, like the stock exchange. We blame everything on institutions, and you know that it's leaving it all broken, gruesome, and we choose to be reduced into goop, and it's gruesome, and I just can't infuse them with the energy we need to change all of the buzz of the cage we escape, cause you know that he was just a kid. He was just a kid. He was too young and too silly to be killed willy-nilly. You know that he just needs a kiss, not a reason to kill or resist. To be reduced into grit, into the grime, into the trees, into the hist. Fallen like leaves from a branch, as the fingers might fall from the hand. Everything left blank and bland, and you know that we might have to stand and to grandstand for whatever war or disorder, whatever mortar was launched for the war. It's out of order, and we can't even find a reason for force, and this season is only gonna be repeating because we don't need reasons to keep on bleeding, and it's obscene when it keeps happening. With the wars that we're grappling, and we're shambling like we're not alive, like we don't even open our eyes when we're too distracted by the abstract, and that's why we're catching flack in Iraq. Yeah, I guess it's true. I don't need a reason to compute. It doesn't make sense, all the ones and O's, when we reduce a boy to something that doesn't even move. You know that we've eschewed everything that really mattered, and you know that it is rude when we are gonna grab him, when we smash him with this damn damage. He was a kid. He was just a kid. And now his hat is rotting in the moss under olive trees, or the monotony, because you know it's me. When we stopped the hate, he's under olive trees. He was just a kid. He was just a kid. Alright. That was good. Very sad. I hope we get a happy poem now. Alright. Random poem, random poem, random poem. This is from Fragments by Carl Sandburg. 9.
Feedy.
I hear a river through the valley wander, whose water runs, the song alone remaining. A rainbow stands, and summer passes under. Okay, so I think that's about time. Time runs like a river. Seasons change. Some things remain. Some pass away. Some escape the frame, bend bars of the cage. Some things leave from the brain. You don't know where the river's sending me, but it will remain in memory. You know that I'm elephantine, cause I remember when I'm on the rhyme. When the sun goes up, it is gonna shine. Every dawn when I am really gonna rise. I don't need a reason for the fall, the leaves retreating. But you know that the heat is steaming. When summer comes again, we're bleeding. But it's getting better cause we just might heal with the waters washing my heels. Cause you know that the water I feel is gonna be drunk up by deals that we're making. I can't escape it, and you know that we are trying to erase it. Cause every day we forget another memory leaving my head. Cause you know that the water is wandering, and you know that it's like thoughts that I'm pondering, and you know that we are getting on top of the fountains won't stop, cause the earth just keeps on rotating, and you know that I might be flotating, cause you know that I'm in the water, it's all out of sync, and I thought of all the reasons I need to succeed, all the waters that I have on leaves. It gets there eventually, and that's how we break from monotony. And you know it's gonna be another damn cycle. Every time that I fight a rival, it's like I'm fighting my damn self. Cause you know that the meaning of health is that the summer runs into winter, and the waters just keep the shivers. You know that the water is chilled, and you know that from the sill, a tough pill to swallow, but I've just got no frills. You got to admit the truth in the nature, stark and hard as I explain it. Alright. It's a bit annoying managing the beats here. There's a few buttons that we gotta press. Alright, maybe we'll just do one more. This is fun. This is challenging, but this is fun. Oh, this one looks dense. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll go off book a little bit. Let's just take a tiny bit from this one. Alright. The dog star rages. Oh, well, this one looks fun. Shut the door, good John. Fatigued, I said. Tie up the knocker, say I'm sick, I'm dead. The dog star rages. Nay, 'tis past a doubt, all bedlam, all Parnassus is let out. Fire in each eye and papers in each hand. They rave, recite, and madden around the land. What walls can guard me, or what shades can hide? The end is nigh, and I must fly. Parnassus is grabbing for my spine. All bedlam is send them, I'll die. If I have to face the dog star at night, cause you know that it is shining, and it is reminding us of all the nights that we are inspired. All of the energy comes from the heavens, and ever since the 70s I've felt it heavily, cause you know that the moon is causing lunacy, and you know that it improves the heat. It's food, it's goddamn confusing me, and it's just a ruse, and you're really losing me. But I feel the madness splattered on the canvas, and you know that I'm candid because I got no grandkids. You know that you're breaking all the standards, and you know that the blandishment is, look, we're going all crazy, and you know that my own brain might escape me, but I'm breaking all of the bars in this cage, and I start to unravel and fray because all the fabric is ravished. You know that we are so damn rabid. You know that the cabbage and rabbits are gonna be eaten because I'm candid, and you know that the banners are all damn flapping. I see all the colors like we are grabbing everything we need to escape the sanity, and you know that like Sean Hannity, but we're rambling and we're going to get better, cause you know I eat the cheese cheddar feta, and you know that I read all the books that are in heather, but then I'll forget them because you know I make memories in all the neurons, and you know that I might eat all the gluons because you know I'm watching all that neural viz, and if you're not, then you should, kid, cause it's great, and I will explain all the oddities I'm dropping from my brain. We all day going against the grain, and you know that it's strange, but I'll still explain it because you know the day is only getting greater, and you know that we rise from graves like I'm Satan, and you know that we'll go again eating raisins cause I make them from the damn grapes, kid. It's crazy, and you know we got the lunacy, and you know we got energy, and that is what infusing we are gonna get better cause we've got the heat. You know that I will do this in rain, snow, or sleet, cause there's no way to slow with the goddamn post. You know that we deliver the most. When we're in the boat, we just got to row, and you know that we're going to get better. It shows. Alright. We're wrapping it up. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of MC Radio Rental. I think it's really fun using random poems. I mean, just reading poetry is fun. I love how little bite-sized they are, you know? You get so many different vibes. What a whirlwind of energy. What a whirlwind of emotions. And now my brain hurts. But that was fun. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. MC Radio Rental. Cheers.